Thanks for your submission.
Thank you.
Okay, Sarah, please. Hello.
Kia ora koutou. Ko Sarah Wilson tōku ingoa. I'm the co-chair, along with Roy Tikau, for Te Ahu Pātiki Trust. Now, it's great that we've had our great colleagues, the folk from Moreton Bradley, just ahead of us. We asked for that to be so. So you can see the wonderful joined up way that we work in this catchment and in the Whakaropo catchment altogether. So up on the screen there, you can see a diagram which flows straight on from David's picture there of just some of the track network that is already in place from Moreton Bradley as the kind of, as he said, the gateway through to Te Ahu Pātiki Park, which sits above it in that sort of lighter green shade. I just want you to just really, I know time is brief, but just cast your mind back to 2019 when Christchurch particularly raised the funds to buy this hill. 3,000 Give a Little contributors, some of them including Reuben, who gave his $8 pocket money, and another child who had a mufti day at school to raise $20 to buy the hill. This is Christchurch's hill. They've got skin in the game. And so the opportunity for council is to come behind the residents of Christchurch and ECAN through Canterbury to really support this effort that Christchurch people have already put their hands in their pockets and said, yeah, we want this. So the LTP is a particularly important vehicle in terms of thinking ahead for the next 10 years for longer term opportunities. And so particularly the investment in biodiversity and environmental programs and recreational opportunities as well for Christchurch residents and for residents within the Whakaropo Basin and beyond is very important. And we would thank you for the input that we already have from the Christchurch City Council team, again, Paul Devlin and Rory and McNamara, and the work that they've done around feral goats, feral pigs, which is a significant issue that I raise is in the submission, but also more broadly in terms of advice and assistance around biodiversity and this massive restoration project that we have on our hands as a trust. So again, I just invite you to think about the future of what restoration is involved in this. And I know that you've got people coming in time after time for these next few days, and I don't envy your job in these 5-minute bursts. And you're trying to juggle those competing demands. Can I encourage you to think of biodiversity not as a sink that you sort of throw money into and you hope you might see something. It is the foundation for a resilient community and a resilient Christchurch, actually. So if we think about it as an investment rather than as a hole to throw money into, then we maybe think of other things. So that's probably my main challenge to you, particularly around the partnership, the Environmental Fund, which is not so supported in this LTP. And returning that, and also the focus we have particularly now on feral pigs and getting rid of them. Thank you.
Thank you. Kelly, please.
Fantastic presentation and fantastic facility. My wife and I have run the circuit from Diamond Harbour up round and back down. You had a lot of gorse up the top.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, is that still the case?
There's a sea of yellow.
Yes, it is.
It's going to change.
Yeah. And how are you doing that with plantings?
This side.
Are you doing that with plantings, or how's that going to work? Not sure yet. Or?
We're not planting currently.
Yeah.
We are getting rid of weeds. So when there's large infestations of Spanish heath, is that right? Mm-hmm. So this is my colleague Sarah Anderson, who's our kaituitui. We will manage weeds and infestation, but we think there's a lot that can happen with the existing seed source that is there. It's the Hanawai model of leave it, and the the native plants will return by themselves.
Will take over, yeah. Well, fantastic, anyway.
Thank you. Tara?
Kia ora. Thank you for your presentation. So just talking about investment, so I mean I see it as an investment, and you'll be aware that the destination management plan for Banks Peninsula has just been issued. And I probably could have asked this question equally of David and Ian previously, but how do you see the role of Te Ahu Pātiki as part of that, destination Banks Peninsula kind of model, for want of a better word?
Thanks for the question. I think along with quite a few others, Rod Donald Trust, Orton Bradley and others that are operating in that basin, there's the Ara Pātaka track which goes right across the top. This is a place where people can do more. There's more mountain biking. Mountain biking is an opportunity. Horse riding? No. Oh, we didn't say horse riding. Thank you. This is why I have my colleague here. She goes, no. We are in the business of writing the management plan over the next year, where we really more clearly outline the vision and what can and can't happen. So that will relate to the destination management plan. But let's make sure that they dovetail well. Is probably my response to that.
Thank you very much for coming in and seeing us. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very much.
Rob, please.